4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello and welcome. You are watching the Free Press Journal, and I am here bringing you the latest news from the BMC polling day today. It has been a messy polling day for Mumbai today. Many voters have been running from booth to booth to cast their votes. Their names are not there on the voting list. The inks are being erased easily, and there have been reports of cash distributed by different parties to influence the voters. All these has added to a lot of confusion and frustration among Mumbaikars. To discuss this and give you a larger picture, we have with us BJP leader Raj Saraf and Congress candidate from Baikala, Satish Khandge. Hello Raj, hello sir, hello Satish.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, my first question would
Hello.
be about the hello. My first namaste sir. My first question
Sound
would
is
be hello. Is
actually,
there a glitch?
I can't hear you. Hello.
Hello, Satish sir, can you
Hello.
hear me? Hello.
हाँ हाँ जी थोड़ा हाँ,
हाँ जी, थोड़ा
थोड़ा
सुनाई दे रहा है?
डिस्टर्बेंस है बोलिए बोलिए
अच्छा. So मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन ये है कि
एक्चुअली योर स्टेटमेंट इज नॉट कमिंग
Raj, my first question would be that there has been a lot of confusion and frustration among the people when they were running booth to booth for casting a vote. There were reports about indelible inks coming off easily from their after voting, and there have been reports on cash being distributed to
योर
influence
वॉइस इज
voting.
नॉट
What's your comment on that? And there are what's your
हेलो
comment on that?
So
I will choose to
sorry
answer your
sorry
question
ma'am
in two
but I
parts.
can't hear hello
Just a second, Raj.
hello
Yeah. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
sound is I hear the hello hello
Hello. Yeah, Raj.
May I?
Yes,
So
yes.
I'll choose to answer your question in two parts.
Hmm.
Firstly, about the whole chaos which has happened at some places with regards to the voters, where their voters' name was not on a particular booth.
Yeah.
That is a problem which has happened on ground at some areas, and that needs to be looked into by the election commission. Now, coming to your second question, uh, according to me, what happens is whichever party chooses to complain on the election day with regards to the election commission are usually preparing for the next day to cry about the poll results, and that is
Hmm.
exactly what is happening with regards to the voting ink. uh, the whole imagery which is being created by them, ki voting ink is coming off, people are voting twice. We need to understand that voting is a step by step process, right?
Hmm.
Voting ink part is the last part which is happening, wherein the ink is put in. And several places, yes, the ink might have come off the nail, but that has been the scenario since a very long time. It comes off if you put acetone, but your finger part, which is the above part, the ink stays there. Also, the election commission with that regards has come out with a clear statement that there is no difference. The marker has the same ink which has been used throughout all elections. Only the way the instrument has changed, not the ink. So
Right.
answering that part, uh, and again with regards to the cash part, uh, it is very funny how narratives start being pushed. Same way before the election, the Marathi Manus narrative was being tried, but it didn't work out because people knew what has happened in the past in the BMC, and this time uh, Bharatiya Janata Party always focuses on work, focuses on development, focuses on what we bring to the table for the Mumbaikars. And the exit poll, I think, are showing the same thing, that Mahayuti Gadbandhan is going to do really well. We are going to do very well. So all this chaos uh, which is being tried by them to create is basically a script for tomorrow.
But when you say that there has been a lot of people going back without voting, and won't you think that comes across as, the
So,
it's impacted the voter turnout in Mumbai?
so with regards to the people going back, what I heard is people were directed to their respective polling booths. Some places there were confusion as to their voters' name was not there on a particular booth, but it was there on another particular booth. That has happened. But our on-ground karyakartas were there vigilantly working. We were there on ground. I myself was there on ground. We were directing people who had some sort of a confusion with regards to their voting polling booth. That regards. So I think overall that has reduced. Firstly, I will take this opportunity to also thank the Mumbaikars for stepping down and voting, because this is a very important responsibility that we all have, and people who chose to exercise this responsibility, I really thank them, because that is how democracy is preserved.
Right. Also, we have our Nirmiti, our ground reporter, who has something to say on the same topic. Nirmiti?
The voting for the high stakes BMC elections has concluded. Free Press Journal was on the ground since the morning. We covered the eastern suburbs, western suburbs, south and even central Mumbai. So if we talk about the ground situation, there were various voters who were upset, who were disappointed. Right now I'm standing outside the polling booth in Andheri West. So various voters from here complained that they could not vote. They missed the opportunity to vote. There were various complaints coming from the voters that they could not find their names in the voters list. Also, some people were telling that already few people have voted on their name, indicating the bogus voting charges coming from the opposition. Few people were obviously excited in the morning. They got the chance to vote. After 8 years, the elections are happening in Mumbai, in the financial capital. It's a high stakes battle. The spotlight is on the BMC, so they expressed various expectations from their upcoming corporators regarding various ground level issues like the footpaths, the hawkers issue, the water cut problem, traffic congestion problem. So in this particular Andheri West area, there were various voters who returned back to their home. They were telling that they stood in the queues for hours, but they missed the opportunity to vote. So this BMC is divided into 227 electoral wards, and it's a high stakes battle. The main contest is between the Shiv Sena BJP alliance and the Thackeray brothers, who have come together after 20 long years. Another controversy that erupted in Mumbai was of the ink controversy. So the markers were used for the voting process instead of the traditional ink. So the opposition leaders were claiming why the usage of the markers, and this marker ink could easily be removed by nail polish remover, or when it was washed, many people were telling that it could easily be removed. We also spoke to the people from the ruling party. They responded to the allegations coming from the opposition regarding the vote chori, the duplicate voters. Maharashtra Minister Ashish Shelar spoke to Free Press Journal. He told that criminal cases should be registered against those who are intentionally erasing the marker ink. He told that the Thackeray brothers are creating drama ahead of the BMC polls. So now all eyes are on the results. The results will be declared on 16th of January, and just 1 day is left for the results for this high stakes BMC polls. Now let's see who will dominate the Mumbai and who will dominate the BMC.
So let's jump onto the exit polls now. There are a lot of numbers coming in, and we have our expert, our in-house expert, Mr. S. Balakrishnan, the executive editor of FPJ. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Sir,
Yeah,
can
please.
we just yeah, so can we just jump onto the exit polls? What's going on? How is it happening? What are the numbers?
Pooja, you mentioned about the larger picture. The larger picture is this, the exit polls. What happened, ink and all that, it is all because it's all the earlier narrative. But the latest thing is the exit polls which show that the BJP, Shiv Sena, Shinde, Mahayuti is going to win the majority in the elections. This is a massive thing. Almost all the exit polls are pointing out to a massive victory for the Mahayuti. This is a personal victory for Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, who has masterminded the third hat-trick victory of the BJP Mahayuti after the Lok Sabha Assembly election. This is the third victory. They had promised a triple engine Sarkar, and that is exactly what it looks like is going to happen today. Even though the percentage of voting around 4 o'clock was only around 41%, this gave anxious moments to the BJP and the Shiv Sena Shinde faction. But subsequently, the percentage has gone up, and the strong indication, which is shown by the exit polls, is that the saffron surge is taking place in Mumbai. This is the result of the collective. There's so many factors which are at play. One is the Marathi Manus, the narrative which was floated by Uddhav Thackeray, Raj Thackeray, apparently has not had the kind of effect which they intended. And statement like Bajao Pungi, Bagao Pungi, this kind of thing made by Raj Thackeray completely alienated the South Indian votes. And earlier, the beating up of Bihari and Uttar Pradesh people on the issue of Marathi language. That also. So there was a major consolidation of North Indian and South Indian vote, which has taken place in a big way. And apart from that, what Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, I talk about the 30% floating votes. Apparently, the exit polls show that the floating vote has also substantially swung in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party and its allies. And one of the exit polls mentioned that the 40% of Muslim votes has gone to the Congress and now to Shiv Sena Yubat, which was popularly believed which is happening. But having said this, the Congress position is the most pathetic in Mumbai. A party which once dominated the city, dominated the BMC kind of thing, has completely gone down the political drain. And as far as the Shiv Sena UBT is concerned, it is definitely the huge setback. After 25 long years, they are likely to be made to sit in the opposition. But I am one person who is not willing to write off the Shiv Sena UBT. The third generation of the Thackeray's, led by Aditya Thackeray. Has got huge potential. He has got leadership qualities. He does his homework. Is very hardworking and very aggressive. I'm certain that if he launches a campaign to revive his party, he will meet with a lot of response, provided he pulls the right strings. So it is too early to write off the Shiv Sena UBT. But as far as the MN is led by Raj Thackeray, like what Mr. Devendra Fadnavis told the FPJ in the interview, he said that Raj Thackeray is a loser. So it is quite possible that tomorrow's election might confirm this perception of the chief minister, because even though Raj Thackeray has been able to draw a lot of support for his rallies, massive rallies in Thane, in Nashik, in Mumbai, but it has never been possible to convert into votes. Maybe history is repeating itself all over again. The picture will become good tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, the counting will start. So by noon, we should be able to get a fairly good picture of which way the wind is blowing in Mumbai.
Right, sir. My question is to Raj. So currently, when you see you are a young BJP leader, do you think these youngsters are moving towards BJP more than the same Marathi Asmita thing they are always talking about?
100% all the youngsters are moving towards BJP because they are choosing competency over complaints. The current scenario of the Shiv Sena UBT or MNS has been all about complaints. And we as youngsters, we believe in development. There at one place, their leaders are talking about Mumbai band kar denge. And on the other hand, we are talking about taking Mumbai forward. That is the biggest difference maker, I think, which is happening. Also, the fact that uh, they playing this Marathi Asmita card has completely failed, because actual fact on the ground is that they have done nothing for the Marathi Asmita. The Bharatiya Janata Party gave Marathi Bhasha an Abhijat Darja. The Bharatiya Janata Party gave Marathi Manus big houses in BDD Chawl. In their last 30 years of governance in the BMC, all what they have done is driven the Marathi Manus out of Mumbai and nothing else. All that has happened is their pockets have been filled, rampant corruption has happened. The BMC has 80,000 crore of budget. The youngsters of Mumbai understand and realize on ground what is happening. The policies are built by policies are made by the MLAs and the MPs, but when it comes to implementing them on ground, what is happening? What was the BMC doing? For example, youngsters believe in good air quality, right? So there are several norms related to air quality which are to be controlled and governed by the BMC, which was not happening. What were the conditions of the roads currently after Devendra ji's vision? Concretization of roads happened. And understand, youngsters are very smart. We do our research, we do our homework. We want somebody with a vision for a Mumbai. So Devendra ji has been able to create Mumbai 2.0, Mumbai 3.0, that actually impacts Mumbai's air quality and environment. He has announced a 17,000 crore budget for the environment. So the youngsters are watching, and we are not about complaints, we are about work, and we believe in good governance, and that is what Honorable Chief Minister Devendra ji brings to the table.
Right. So, Pala sir, as a senior journalist, what is your take on the youngsters leaning towards BJP right now?
See, one of the surveys conducted in the age group of young and slightly older people clearly show that 80% of them are in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party. The youth is definitely for the Bharatiya Janata Party, irrespective of whether they're Marathi or non-Marathi. They want development. They want to see. You find other cities like Bangalore are overtaking in terms of IT and all that. But here, the Bharatiya Janata Party is promising the biggest data centers in Mumbai 03, which is in the Naina, that area. 60% of all data centers will be based out of the greater Mumbai area. And apart from coastal roads, so many other schemes, skill development, everything is going to benefit the young people in a big way. But more than anything else, what has shocked people is that during the Corona time, certain politicians have made money even out of the tenders for body bags. How can anybody even think of making money out of body bags to take away the Corona victims? This kind of shocking kind of cases of corruption has shaken not only the Marathi Mandu, the whole of Mumbai. You also have this Meti River scam, the cleaning of the river. There is money has been made, hundreds of crores of rupees have been made. So the slew of corruption, not only charges and the charge sheet have been filed in many of the cases, shows that dal mein bahut kuch kala hai. And this, if you are talking of Marathi Manus, how can even so many Marathi Manus were taken in body bags, out of which somebody has made a commission? There's a direct allegation against the former Mayor Kishori Pednekar, and she has not even, excuse me, she has not even bothered to mention the FIR against her in the body bag case in the affidavit filed before the Election Commission. There's a separate petition pending before Bombay High Court just on that score. And I won't be the least surprised if she is disqualified for not disclosing of all the criminal cases against her. So the situation is extremely grim. People have gone beyond the stage of Vada Pav. People want real development, real action. And that is exactly what the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Shiv Sena Yuti is promising. But apart from that, Pooja, there's one important point which many of us are ignoring. Why did the Shiv Sena split in the first place? Shiv Sena under Bal Thackeray, there was only one case of defection, that was Sridhar Khopkar in Thane. But apart from that, Shiv Sena has grown solidly from being a Mumbai-centric party. It has gone to Marathwada, Paschim Maharashtra, Nagpur, several things. They formed the government in Maharashtra in 95. But after that, what? But after that, subsequently, how was it possible for Devendra Fadnavis to split the Shiv Sena? Unless and until there were deep fault lines within the Shiv Sena, the split could not have taken place. All this allegation of okay, with 50 crore and all that, there is absolutely no proof whatsoever. But there has been a deep crisis within the Shiv Sena, because of which it was possible for Devendra Fadnavis to win over so many MLAs led by Eknath Shinde to his side. So the the party, instead of the introspection, has been only been leveling allegations against Eknath Shinde. So these kind of things show the level of alienation, the level of discontent among the Marathi Manus, among Shiv Sainis themselves, not only in Mumbai, Nashik, in Thane, in Pune, and then all the other places, because there is no smoke without fire. So this is exactly what has happened. Shiv Sena has been weakened substantially, and despite even if Raj Thackeray has joined Uddhav, the merger has, it's not even merger, it's a coming together has taken place too late in the day to be able to see any result. But like what I mentioned earlier, I'm still not in a mood to write off the Shiv Sena Yubata. I see a lot of potential in Aditya Thackeray. I'm certain if he makes the right moves, the Shiv Sena might re-emerge itself in a new avatar, in a far more dynamic way.
Raj, what are your views on that? Shiv Sena re-emerging as a new avatar.
Before that, I would like to highlight another thing where what they did, why the youngsters are with the Bharatiya Janata Party, is because how they behaved like anti-national elements during Operation Sindoor. What was the comments? What were the statements? When somebody starts politicizing something over the country, that is when youngsters start to question your credibility. We have been seeing the whole vote chori pattern. I want to highlight that as well. The whole vote chori narrative which they are propagating, you need to see what happened in Venezuela, what happened in Bangladesh, what happened in Sri Lanka under the garb of this vote chori campaign, and how subtly then they start addressing to Gen Z protests after what happened in Nepal. What are you trying to create? What are you? And then you come up publicly and you say, "हम मुंबई बंद कर देंगे, हम मुंबई बंद कर सकते." That is our biggest achievement. I think we all should see the chronology of the events, where they want to take it, and the youngsters understand this very well. Youngsters of Bharat want peace, we want stability, we want security, and we want development, and that is what has happened. With regards to what will happen in a new era by somebody from uh, the Shiv Sena, that is not my purview to speak about, but I can tell you one thing for sure. In Bharatiya Janata Party, people with zero political background are given opportunities to lead. A lot of new young faces were given opportunities in the BMC elections. A lot of them contested who had zero political background, zero family lineage. So I think that party also should try and give youngsters who have no political background more opportunity, and then probably the revival can be thought about.
So the latest numbers are coming in and it's showing a landslide victory for BJP in the exit polls. So what's your say on that, Raj?
I'm extremely happy and thrilled that all the Mumbaikars have given the mandate to the BJP Shiv Sena Eknath Shinde Yuti, and now it will be time for more work, because that is how we function. We believe in working on ground, making the change, and making the life simpler for the Mumbaikars. And obviously, after the formal results are announced tomorrow, we'll celebrate as well.
Bala sir, on the closing note, would you like to ask something to Raj?
No, what is there to ask? Whatever he wanted to say, he has already this one kind of expressed. And I particularly like his comment that people who are cribbing about ink and paper and then those kind of issues are preparing the script for tomorrow. So let's see how things pan out tomorrow. In the past, exit polls have been proved wrong, and but the kind of sample which the exit polls which I have declared today, they're fairly large samples, and I'd like to believe that they reflect the mood of Mumbaikars. So if that happens, maybe by tomorrow evening we'll have a Hindu and a Marathi, where tomorrow itself it might be announced. Let's see what happens. For now, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Raj. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.